What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another awesome video. Today I'm back in Five Nights City 2, and they have just updated, and with that update comes a new permanent quest unit, Bones of the Past Nightmare Freddy. To see this quest, you actually have to go to quests and then click special quests, and you should see Bones of the Past. There is currently 4 quests that we have to complete, and I will be showing you guys how to do that in today's video. But before we begin, I would really appreciate if you guys would like, subscribe, and join my Discord server down in the description below. And now, with all that being said, let's get right to the video. Alright, for the first quest, it says get 1500 kills with fire or dark units. This quest is pretty self-explanatory. You can pretty much just use any dark or fire units you have. For example, I'm using Nightmare Fredbear, Deadeye Freddy, or Shiny Nightmare Balloon Boy. Again, you don't have to use these units. Pretty much any unit that you can find that's a dark or fire. Go ahead and head over to my fire units. You see I have a Dragon Indoor one and my Headless Horseman Mangle that I am using. Really not any specific units you need for this. Just get a couple fire units and you should be good to go. Alright, for the objective 2, it says get 500 kills with the summon unit. Again, also pretty self-explanatory. Pretty much just go into your summons. Even if you're a new player, you can pretty much just get maybe Bonnie, Paper Pals, the Cupcake here. Pretty much just get 500 kills with those, and you should be good to go, man. These quests are pretty easy, not really much to go over here. Again, even if you're a new player, you can easily do this quest. Just play a couple of games, and you should be able to get 500 kills in no time. Alright, the third objective is obtain 2 nightmare units from summons or from presents. Now, if you're a really good player, this should be pretty easy for you. You can pretty much just waltz your way over to the summons and get your nightmare units. But if you're maybe not as good of a player and you maybe don't have that much coins, what you could do is go to the AFK room, and as you can see, it is a 0.1 chance to get a Shark Withered Foxy. You could go ahead and try to get him. He's pretty hard to get, but if you sit in the AFK zone for a while, you could maybe get 2 of them. Another thing that you could do is you can actually head over to the raid shop and buy a boss raid present for only 1 raid coin. Now, the nightmare in there is the Blossom Chica, and she is a 0.1% chance, but I'd say that is going to be difficult. But if you grind some raids, I feel like you should be able to get this Blossom Chica. I actually got one with about 350, and that is pretty hard to get. But if you grind for a long time, you should be able to get a Blossom Chica. But again, this really isn't all necessary. If you have just a bunch of coins, just go ahead and just spend a bunch of coins in the summons, and you should be able to get a nightmare pretty easily. Alright, so I just opened my medieval presents, and I actually got a Cursed Gesture Spring Bonnie. So that is going to be 1 out of the 2 nightmares that I need. And let me go ahead and open my AFK presents. I might be able to get a Shark Withered Foxy. Hopefully I do. Yep, there I go. I do get a Shark Withered Foxy. So if I do go ahead and head over to my quest, yep, it says 1 out of 4 completed. So now we have 3 more to go. Alright, so the last quest says reach wave 120 on boss raids with 3 fire units and the Graveyard's Hook modifier equipped. So let me go ahead and head over to this modifier. How much is that? That is 60. Now I currently just blew all my boss raid coins on I think it was the boss raid present, so I currently have none. So I'll be back when I get some. Alright, I am back, and I currently have exactly 60 raid tokens, so let me go ahead and buy the Gravelord's Hook. There we go, I have the Gravelord's Hook, and we do have to have 3 fire units in our team. So let me show you the fire units that I am using. It's going to be Dragon Endo 01, Headless Horseman Mangle, and Cursed Gesture Spring Bonnie. Now obviously you can use other fire units like maybe Popeye's Toy Freddy. Now these units don't really have to be good. You can literally use like a trash unit like Shiny Phantom Chica or Shiny Toy Freddy. Pretty much they just have to be a fire unit. They don't really have to be that OP. Alright, so as you guys can see, I do have 3 objectives complete, because while I was actually grinding for those boss raid tokens, I did actually get those objectives complete. So if you guys want to just get all the objectives completed maybe like in one go, here is the team that I am using. Let's go up here. Dragon Ender 01, Headless Horseman Mangle, Valkyrie Chica, Cursed Gesture Spring Bonnie, Shiny Nightmare Balloon Boy, and Undead Chica. Now that I've gone over the team, let's hop straight into boss raids. Alright guys, I am currently in boss raids, and as you can tell, I do have War Machine Foxy in my inventory, and that is because I actually failed on wave 111 with the other team I had, so I'm including War Machine Foxy. So hopefully I can get to wave 120 this time, and I'll see you when I get there. Alright guys, I am back in boss raids once again, and as you can see, I have two friends. Alright guys, I am back in boss raids once again, and as you can see, I do have some friends with me. One of them is a content creator named Epic Boy. He is helping me make this video. I actually couldn't get to wave 120 by myself, so he is helping me do this video. And if you guys struggle with it, don't be afraid to get some help. I definitely had to get some help myself. So with all that being said, I'll see you guys at wave 120. Alright guys, I am currently on 128. I would have started recording earlier, but my mic kind of cut out, so I had to fix that. But now we have completed the quest, and now we can go ahead and return to lobby to claim our unit. Alright guys, I am back in the lobby, and if I go to quests, you can see that I actually do not have all the quests completed. And I think the reason is that because not everyone had the hook modifier, if that's what it was called. It was called the Graveroad's hook, and I don't think everyone had 3 fire units in their inventory. So if you do it with a friend or a group of people, make sure they do have all those requirements. I think if it wasn't for that, we would have this quest completed, and unfortunately I'm not going to do it again because it's taking me so long to do this quest, and the videos are going to be posted pretty late, so I can't afford to post it any longer. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Put any questions or comments you have down below, and with all that being said, peace out.